for that. That would be really useful. So now we need to change up our cavalry divisions. Coming to you guys. And we'll give them military police. Which actually does help them out a lot, because the military police is an extra 20% on top of their suppression. Which would give us a lot of ground to work with. Actually makes it a lot easier. We need to garrison things less. Like if you look about here, there's not anywhere I've got that's got them there. That's gonna struggle. It's Hungarian. Looks like all the places we got garrisoned by us. Here's one. It's actually losing. What are you doing? It's actually getting quite good change. Problem is not going to sit still anyway. It is actually getting somewhere. It's just slow. What's this? American convoys. Come on, it's got to get in Baku. We've got more oil in our empire now, so can we afford to turn off the trade? Yes. We actually have plenty of it, jeez. We can turn off this as well, so we get all our factories back. What are we low on? Rubber. To be fair, I don't mind buying in rubber. Brazil is actually our ally anyway, so it's better for us. And then once we meet up with these forces, we can actually just do an all-out push. Yeah, Finland might be coming back under our thumb. It's the weirdest line we've ever made! You go there. And then we've got this guy surrounded at Viipuri. And Viipuri isn't a naval base, so he'll be surrounded. Although it looks like they're trying to make a push anyway. If you get in here as well. There we go. That's what we need. Just go here, just make sure they can't actually go anywhere. Nah, you keep them. I don't want them! That's time you give them to me. Nice the Italians actually moved out, but yeah, I'm not going to question it. Then again, I want the supplies around here. We need to get that base here. We need to get what? Krasnodar taken. We are making a good headway. A good headway, yeah. I can English me. Strategic air effort is done, so we're going to find it easier to get battle for support doctrine and bombers. We can't get naval air effort because we need tactical air effort. That is all the doctrine. That's all the focus stuff done that we can do. I will admit I probably should have gone with Defend Denmark instead of how we did it, because then we could have possibly done. We could have got Norway on side. We could have got Sweden on the side. There's a lot of things we could have done, but for now, that is actually not bad for now. I would like to get Sweden on side, but it looks like it's not going to happen now. I mean, they're still having... That's going down. Why? Just wondering who's actually doing that. We are actually getting somewhere here, I think. Yeah, we need another 3 days to finish it up. We've probably just hit the point where we've got to find things to do. I haven't seen American troops anywhere. I'm seeing Philippines, which are fighting the Japanese. Sorry, the Philippines. Why have we got troops over here? What? That's not what I meant, Walter! Alright, you know what? Fine. Walter? Make it count. All out assault, that's what I want you to do. Oh, we've got more factories. Sweet. What have we got? A few more. Or one more, rather. How are we doing? Yeah, Finland's coming back to us. That's a very nice thing. They are actually moving out to take it now, if you look. So they've got this one moving about of his own accord here. Battlefield support is done. Air support is better. Let's get this one, because we can start taking out the bombers a bit, the ships a bit faster. So you never know, we might be able to stop the Allied invasion. But we just have to really buy ourselves time. We don't have to win, we just have to force them not to, we just have to make it so that we don't lose. And getting Finland back, that's a damn good start. We've got to get 2 more points of theirs back. Siam, we've got to get 20% back. Well, once we get Helsinki, that's easy enough done. Hell, there's one up here we can take. We haven't got logistics in order to set up a heavy tank line yet, so I'd rather not set it up. We've got a lot of work here to do, fixing things up. It looks like we're actually getting somewhere. I mean, I hope so, but yeah, no me. Yeah, we're actually getting somewhere. It's just taking a while. Can we afford to put down any more cavaliers? Not yet. It's all going towards reinforcements, I presume. Yeah, that's actually fair. It's actually fair, it's going into this. Alright. Oh, what's this? No one's signed to that plan. Okay, follow this. Let's make it count. And we hit another... Hello! That's actually quite far out. We sunk 3 American convoys. So that must be Lend-Lease going to Russia. There's not really anything else it could be. I don't want to go into the American heartland just yet. We're going to need to make our way along here somehow, so I reckon what we're going to do is like declare many new small wars and push it for the American South. It's a risky plan, but when it works, it's going to work very nicely. Have we got that oil yet? No, we're right on the doorstep. There's nothing guarding it. Just walk in. There's nothing guarding it. There's nothing guarding a lot of this. And over here we're just catching our breath because we're low on weaponry. The front is actually getting done now, honestly. Right, push up to here. And then we've got him cut off because there's no naval base around here. I think actually oh, they are, yeah, not quite cut off as it is. There's naval base over here. Or docks or whatever they're called these days, naval bases. This actually gets Finland back in the war, so they're back from the point of capitulation. So they should be able to get us a good set of troops up. So we expect to see some Finnish divisions soon. And then we're actually going to see where we can go from here. Go aggressive. Just push everything. I mean, I know we're expanding the Japanese Empire, but I don't really care. I just want to take as much ground as I can to force them to capitulate. And they're at what? Russia. There you are, Russia. 36% of their victory points left. And they've already got 47% before contribution through basically casualties. They've got 2 million in casualties. Second is the UK with 1 million. What's France on? France. 67. Yeah, the Soviets are taking the most casualties so far. So what have we got anyway? 1.17 million from Japan. 3 million from us. The German war machine. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. We still got that division just going around. Yes, we have. We've got the ones just going around taking everything. Let's push this way, will you? You go down here and then... Yes. Yes. It really doesn't matter if he wins or not, it's just, you know, pissing him off at this point. Just take you, take this. That's another pocket we can just obliterate. manages to take it all back. Your resistance was indeed futile, Russia. Shame me on the wrong side of this. Then we got the fun part. How are we gonna deal with this? The thing is, now we actually are getting quite a good blockade up. I mean, now the capital is Stalingrad, and we're heading for Stalingrad anyway. If we're lucky, we're just gonna take it, and that'll be it. We've got more oil in the Empire, which means everything should be in line now. Yeah, we just need more rubber. And rubber we're dealing with through the construction, but you know, it might be a while on that. There's gotta be something that stops us. Yeah, he's moving up to link up now. Once he links up, we can just head straight for Stalingrad. Take these two. You go to there. And you go to there. There we go. Then when we get met up with this line, I wonder. Push straight for Stalingrad. Just run for it. If I'm lucky, they're not guarding Stalingrad. And if they're not guarding Stalingrad, we can just make them capitulate. How many do you have left? 154 to 253. We might be able to do it, actually. Look how Finland is just coming back to life slowly. Hello, we were late, but we came here to help you. Do we still have that one division that's just going around all over the place? Must have just lost this battle or something. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to find a way where he can just get out of us alive. This music is way too calm for this. Can I borrow you? Just go bum bum bum. There we go. Yeah, we'll expand the Japanese Empire, but you know what? It's futile at this point. 81% contribution. That's decryption done. So let's get encryption again. Oh, yeah, we'll do that in 79 days. So that gets over 2 months. Stalingrad is ours. If I'm right, that should be the end of the Russians. Not yet. The fall of Stalingrad. Advancing German spearheads have seized Stalingrad, Stalin's namesake city on the banks of the Volga. After fighting their way through the ruined Stalingrad fracture factory and seizing the strategically vital Mammayev and Gurgen heights, the Germans have forced the last Soviet defenders across the Volga to its eastern shore. According to unconfirmed reports, holdouts from the Red Army fighting together with partisans have retreated into sewers and basements to continue their struggle. No significant organised resistance is believed to remain, however. Now, the Battle of Stalingrad was a bit more bloody than that. Stalingrad was outright surrounded, and they had it under siege. And they were told to hold until relieved. You know, order. I can't remember the order. I think it's order 226 or something like that. Not one step back. They kept on getting told, "You will get support. You will get reinforcements." They didn't. Never did. There weren't even any reinforcements being ordered towards them. So, but the sacrifice of the defenders of Stalingrad, and there's another story about Stalingrad which I'll come to after this, actually got massacred just to, well, they all got killed, obviously, but their sacrifice netted the Russians the death of the 6th Panzer. And actually that was the start of the demise of the German army. They lost a massive Panzer army in that one battle.
Yeah, if you can't tell post commentary. 4th Panzer, Order 227. And back to it.
The Americans started coming out their doorstep. I think that was 1942, 43, somewhere around there. It's one of the two. But they lost a lot in Russia. Operation Barbarossa was a mistake. The Russians were apparently gearing up to attack the Germans at some point, but they weren't ready for it. So it wasn't really a surprise attack as much as it was a, hey, we know you're coming. But way, the thing is, Barbarossa was a massive mistake on the part of the Germans. I mean, they had the advantage, don't get me wrong, they had a lot of things going for them. The problem is, the guy who was in command of it, and I don't mean Rommel or, I can't remember who it was, I need to look that up. It wasn't the guy who commanded it that was to blame, it was Hitler. He saw Stalingrad as the city that needed to be crushed, because it was Stalin's namesake, and Stalin being a communist, it needed to be crushed and purged, removed from the map. So they actually called an offensive straight for that city, and it was something like the advance was around here, and they were going to head for Moscow, which was over here. And this was in the Battle of Moscow was happening. He instead pulled them off to go towards, it must have been over here or something, I don't know. And pulled them off to go for Stalingrad, and they actually outran their infantry, so things started going to hell at that point. Was it a mistake on part of Hitler? Yes. His own command actually tried to tell him, don't do it, it's suicide, and he ignored them. Was it something that could have been avoided if he did another plan? Yeah. There's millions of things Hitler could have done otherwise that would have done either the same or better. He just didn't want to hear it. So, Hitler was both a genius and a menace to himself at the same time. What the hell's this? Very low supplies. Low supplies. He could, if he wanted to, have actually won the entire thing, like been the guy who conquered the world. But to be fair, he's like Churchill. He had to meddle. Like Churchill and Hitler are more alike than people think. But whereas Churchill did the best for his country, and he listened to people who gave him advice, Hitler wouldn't have it. Hitler was the type who did what he thought was best, and he would rather have it done his way than anyone else's. I'm not saying in every case that's a bad thing. There are some genius commanders who did their own thing, but Hitler wasn't the general. There's a lot of things the Germans did that were amazing during the war that he had no part in. Then a lot of the mistakes that occurred were because of him. Like the retreat at Dunkirk. Dunkirk was almost the death of the British armed forces. Hitler delayed the attack for 2 days, and it gave the British time to get out of there. But the amount of mistakes the Germans made, and they still came as close as they did to winning World War II. That shows you just how strong an army the Germans were. They almost had no equal. If it hadn't been for one madman, they might have actually won. And that's a scary thought when you think about it. One man's ambition is another man's downfall. Yeah, I will always say, like, Hitler, he was a genius, but he was an evil he was a genius in the wrong way. He always thought he knew best. And when he didn't, he just, you couldn't prove him wrong. It had to be done his way, it had to be done his style. So I don't like to say, who likes a dictator? Alright then, let's see where we're going. Well, once we've got this line sorted out, we'll get a new offensive line for them. How are we doing over here? We're stopped because why? Let's just trigger this again. Appears I want the line to go together. Okay. Fair enough. Hungary wants to send us 1 division. How you keep it? Why are you guys on the move? I guess just waiting for the line to move up somewhere or something. Alright, let's do something mad. Let's head to... Is there a city over here I can borrow? Nope. Is there a city over... I'm actually zoomed in enough to see cities. No, I'm not. Is there... Okay, let's do this again then. Is there a city over here I can borrow? There isn't. Is there like a city map mode? That's factions. No wonder, because Siberia is that friggin' large. This is what? Kamchatka. Just push down to here. And you push to here. And then let's first force a line up. So go to there. That should force some to become a bit more active. Because we should then get a line following them along. Hope so, anyway. Can we move the Cavaliers in again? Nope. We've nearly got reinforcements done. That's actually quite impressive. It's missing tons of light tanks and light self-propelled down here. We're getting the medium tanks in. Alright, let's go. Let's put the Cavaliers at full now. Because this is on the verge of wrapping up. Never pockets formed with no naval base, so yeah, Stalingrad isn't going to last long. You're on the move. Head to here, head to here. That pretty much just strangles them a bit more. We're pushing from the north. We're getting rid of the small pocket there. Looks like the advance in the north has actually hit the point where we don't have to care about it anymore. Just take these. Let's link everything up. Like, there's no forces there.